The blockchain technology that is part of the crypto space can be used for much more than just a currency. Any transaction with a middleman will be disrupted by blockchain technology. So for entertainment, it's going to be digital rights, gaming, art and collectibles, and we've already seen this happening with NFTs. In terms of digital currency, it will be used for e-commerce, global payments, remittances, lending and borrowing, and other types of microfinance, typically within the decentralized finance architecture. For record keeping, it will be used in healthcare, for titles and land records, ownership, voting on the blockchain, and also intellectual property. And for securities, it's going to be used for equity, private markets, debt, crowdfunding, and even derivatives, which typically are limited to the traditional financial markets. So let me go through a few real-world examples for you. So are you sure that the food you eat really comes from where it says on the package? Now with blockchain technology, you can keep track of where your food comes from. For example, knowing exactly which farm it was from or how it was stored and transported. You'll know when it arrived in the supermarket and how long it took to get there. And you'll be able to walk up to these products and scan them with your phone and know the whole life cycle of that product. A real-world example of this technology is VeChain, which has partnered up with Walmart China to help with the traceability of their food on a large enterprise scale. On a similar note, wouldn't it have been nice to know that the money you donate to a charity really goes to the right place? You'll also be able to participate safely and privately in elections from your home, and you will know that the votes are legitimate because of the transparency of the blockchain technology. And you'll be able to own your own identity and data and keep them private. Or if you want companies to utilize your data, you can get paid to make your data available. For example, if companies want to show you ads, instead of them paying a middleman like Facebook or Google, some of the ad revenue will go directly to you. Wouldn't that be a nice change? Also, why is it when your flight gets canceled, you're not refunded right away? You're going to wait ages to get your money back. Well, with smart contracts, this is possible. So imagine the moment a flight is cancelled, you get refunded immediately without having to call the airline or the customer service. Would be a great luxury, right? Smart contracts allow instant financial transactions to happen, and this is rapidly growing within the crypto space. Another cool advancement is that everything can now be split into small tokens, also known as a token economy. So imagine being able to buy a fraction of a building. So this is going to give people access to previously inaccessible assets, especially for people who live in the remotest corners of the world. So for example, someone buying a bunch of tokens of real estate for a resort in the Caribbean and being able to accumulate wealth in that way. Solidblock.co is an example of one of these platforms which is in play right now. So I briefly mentioned before the NFT craze, where digital rights to pieces of art and collectibles are being sold for enormous amounts of money. One example of this is the now infamous artist Beeple, who had an artwork piece sell for $69 million USD. It's crazy. The technology for NFTs has really taken off in 2021, although some people say that the artwork in NFTs are in a bubble. Now that might be true, but the technology itself is only getting started and will impact so many areas of our lives in the future. Now, rather than investing in the artwork ourselves, we manage our risk and invest in the tools and technologies behind the NFTs. It's similar to the gold rush in the 1920s, where the people who made the most money were the people selling shovels and wheelbarrows to dig for gold, not the people actually digging for gold themselves. So as you can see, the use cases for crypto are very wide-ranging and exciting, and we are only just at the start. The future holds many innovations, and I can't wait for them to develop and observe the impact that they're going to have in so many areas of our lives.